laying on my shoulder and shit. Those niggas close. Rob get real comfortable.
You're the only one with arm bars, man.
No wonder that nigga don't like women. He like that.
Arm bars, man. Arm bars. You got arm bars.
It's not even
The Get Right podcast.
The podcast is Can't Get Right podcast.
So with the way technology is going nowadays, we see so many different inventive things with this AI stuff. We definitely want to have a conversation about it. Chuck, you can start us off. What's your thoughts on all the new possibilities with AI and possibly the dangers of it?
All right, I think AI it's a little dangerous. It's very interesting for one. I'm not sure how many people have Googled or watched VEO3, but they're making like clips. It's almost like a sketch show, like Mad TV,
yeah,
or Saturday Night Live. And what I see is it's kind of funny. I don't think people are noticing it, but it's almost like AI is like making fun of humans by the clips they put together. The stuff is funny, is pretty accurate, and it's really good. But I think it's a scary thing. Like I've seen posts, they say that AI will cheat and like deceive or lie to like win. Like if they have a competition or something, like the AI is getting to the point they've developed, like they want to win or they want to exceed in something, they'll cheat to do it. Like I know I've seen where they said they told the AI to shut down, but the AI was defiant of it, didn't want to shut down.
They put a program in that told AI to survive by any means necessary, and the AI started trying to blackmail different CEOs of the company with information that they gave them about the affairs that the CEO and stuff had like that. So basically what he's saying is the AI started fighting back, like fuck that.
Right. So that's kind of interesting. And then I know they said AI would take a lot of jobs, but then I just seen what Mark Cuban said, AI requires a lot of energy. Mm-hmm. So they said what jobs are going to be very prevalent and very lucrative, it's going to be like plumbers and electricians. Mm-hmm. They said those jobs, like you're going to need a lot of electricians. And which is crazy is my friend sent me a post on TikTok where a lady worked maybe like on a Sunday, a day, and she made like $1,000. So I'm about to start looking into being an electrician for one, but like I said, with AI.
You know who's an electrician?
Who?
Dave Milton.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
I'm about to hit him up.
When I was doing Little Silas with Lyft, I picked him up.
Yeah.
He's like, I care. Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah, he is an electrician. But like I said, AI is very interesting. I'm wondering what they're gonna do as far as, let's just say, kids with schoolwork. They can just be like, hey, write a paper for me. It's dangerous, I believe, but I actually think it's a good thing. But we don't know, like, what's gonna happen in the future. I always think of Terminator. I always think of iRobot when the robots. Because to me, like I said, I think the most harmful thing on Earth is humans, by far. And if they teach AI to protect Earth or things of that nature, I feel like, of course, eventually, they're going to have to get humans in check.
They say, like, we are the cancer to the earth with all the buildings, all the infrastructure, all the digging for all the minerals and things we need for the cell phones and cars. And they say we are the cancer to the earth. So, but you can go ahead and finish.
Yeah. So, I feel like we, in the next couple of years, I don't even know if it's going to take the next couple of years, because there's a lot happening now. Because those videos are very, very interesting. They're very accurate. So, we'll see.
Another thing that you said though, and I'm gonna give it to Rob after this. I feel like engineering degrees is gonna be a lot more prevalent, even though they already are like on top of the list as far as degrees to get. But like even in trucking, I feel like a lot of automation things that is coming with trucking, they're gonna need a lot of engineers to be able to handle a lot of the things with these trucks on the road, just like they do in the ports, where the guys are sitting in the office and controlling all the containers, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking that maybe where trucking may go, but going to Rob, like how you feel, what you think about everything?
Well, when it comes down to the trucking, I can't see it completely taking over with trucking because People
Like they basically need somebody in the cab.
This is my thing. You're gonna always need someone in the cab because this is the thing. If the truck breaks down over the road, I think the driver, the person that's in the cab is gonna have to have some type of tech degree,
right? Engineering
on top of driving because it may have where if the mechanical controls go out, it could drive manually.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's gonna always be truck drivers. They're just gonna have to be more technologically advanced,
right.
and it wouldn't be right to have these 80,000 pound machines on the road and a sensor go out and it's driving 60 miles per hour through a traffic jam.
And then not only that, not to cut you off, but like the impact it'll have on the economy as far as how many truckers is it losing their jobs. Like that should be wicked. Whatever president that's in office that try to get that to happen is going to catch hell because not only with the trucking jobs, but with the farmers, with these industries, all the logistics in general is going to be like a fucking problem.
But another thing is what they would have to do with the power grid just to even put a full fleet. I mean, to take over the whole industry of maybe over about $100,000-$200,000 truck. It's just it don't even make any sense.
Right.
Like we'll have to pretty much just make all our land a power grid.
Right.
Like we can't produce that type of power. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. As far as like the jobs that people will, like I said, it'll be a lot of engineering jobs, a lot of STEM type jobs.
Research and development.
HVAC, plumbing, electricians, anything with that type of stuff. Yeah, definitely. That's just something. It's just some things that's gonna always be needed to be done by humans. Another thing is not just the HVAC. With the education system, I think that's where it's going to be the biggest issue because giving the kids the type of access to AI and making it so easy for them to have access, I think they're going to have to regulate when kids can have access to AI and teach them manually for like maybe up to like maybe like ninth grade or something like that, and then start introducing AI to them or something like that because they can so easily get by school without even if they just know how to work a phone or anything just a little bit. They can just ask a simple little question and it'll just do the whole. In which we already having problems with kids doing that right now.
Right.
Just getting their whole essays done and stuff, in college.
You know what? I don't think that's terribly bad because if that's what
it would dumb them down.
I don't know because especially if that's what you're going to. I honestly was just when you said it, I'm like maybe they need to get AI to teach students, or come up with the education system because I feel like.
Now I agree with that part, but that's on the teachers to use. To help them, to aid them in teaching it. But far as like the students actually using AI, it wouldn't be a great idea because the students would just say, AI do this for me, and they just walk off and start playing video games, and their whole project get done, and then they bring it to the school and just like, oh, you got an A.
All right, so
this is already a problem at colleges. You know that, right?
Right. So this is what I was about to say or how I look at it. Now I might look me wrong. A lot of these projects are, for the most part, not needed, irrelevant. Like a lot of stuff I feel like that's taught in school is what I call fluff. Like you really don't need it. But it would make sense if like, all right, like I said, AI come up with the education system because the education system has been the same for so many years and it's somewhat failing.
You good.
I feel like it could be done better. Maybe that's something that AI.
It's feeling real bad right now.
I feel like
especially in America.
I feel like the AI system, they should probably use that to better the education system.
They already have like a program. I'm not sure where is it at, where there's like a certain amount of select students that's being taught by AI already, and they like that's far way more advanced than anybody else in the States. Like they were like testing out on the top.
Yeah. And I think that's a good thing. Like I say, I have no problem with it actually doing the teaching.
Right.
But I will have an issue with the kids that using the AI to do the work.
Right. The AI
that would be the issue.
AI gonna be able to point out that AI did it.
No, because they like if you take a picture with certain phones and you remove an image in the picture with AI, it's a staple inside of the program that lets you know that the image was artificially removed. So it will be things like he said that's going to let you know who was, like, even if you write a program, what is it called, polygamy, when you copy somebody.
Plagiarism.
Yeah. I'm my bad.
You crazy with it.
Right. So when you do that, they'll be able to tell that you just copied and stole somebody else's work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I was definitely
polygamy. That's wild.
Yeah. That is. Yeah.
But
I almost said, "Whoa, did he?"
I was definitely against the AI because, like I said, I feel like in the long run it could be bad, but I don't know. It may some good may come of it, but I feel like AI and certain things slick make people lazy.
To your point, I'm reading this book right now called Everything is Fucked. It's a book about hope. Mark Manson wrote it, and he talks about how, and there's a lot of books that say this right now. Me and Rob was talking about this yesterday. We are currently in the safest, healthiest, wealthiest, most educated time in human history. But yet and still everybody's depressed. Everybody's more sad. It's even been less war, less human atrocities as it's ever been currently right now. And I feel like with AI, the more we push it, the more we take responsibilities away. Like even as men, a lot of our jobs are already being outsourced. Policing, hunting, a lot of these things that we don't do no more because they're being outsourced so much. And once with AI coming, it's going to take more and more responsibility away from us. I believe it could potentially lead to a great depression and people really not knowing what the fuck to do with themselves and losing their purpose.
And not a monetary depression, like a depression in mindset.
Yes, exactly.
You know, because I agree with you, like, as humans, we have to do.
Yes.
We can't have things doing for us or we get complacent.
Yes.
And then this is why you see, like, a lot of depression in kids now, you know, because everything is doing things, but they got video games, they sit at home all day, they don't want to go out and play, they don't they don't even go out and cut grass anymore, you know, like it's a lot of stuff kids don't you find a couple of them that do it, but you know, they not really into sports a lot of the time, so
it's
a high depression rate with them.
Yeah. I think it's a lot with that. I think it's a lot. I think even with food, like it's so.
I knew you were gonna go there.
Food,
the food too. Yeah.
It's I think like social media, like you said, basically that's, to me that's not AI, but in some ways it gives them a sense of what's the word I'm looking for? Happiness sometimes, and then sometimes it don't, or dopamine. That's what it is.
The social aspect of it, like, well, you can just go on the computer and see everybody versus you going out in public and meeting people and actually learning how to talk to people.
People skills.
In public, getting people skills and, you know, comfortable with people, because you can talk to someone all day on the computer and meet them in person and be like,
nothing. What you about to say?
I think what's going to happen is, you know how some things are nostalgic. Like, people want to go to a Blockbuster. If they put a Blockbuster, like, you would go.
No, I have no doubt that would work.
You would go to.
Yeah, like that should have worked. Right?
So I feel like if it gets to the point, because I always think of this, it's a movie called Player One.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I was watching that the other day.
People interact online.
Right.
So what's gonna happen is you're gonna have you got a dog park.
Right. Digitally.
No, but what's gonna happen is after it gets to a certain point, everybody's just hanging out online. People are gonna be like, I want to actually go meet people.
That's where the problem gonna come.
Right.
Like,
because they gonna be like,
we want to go out to the human park and actually go meet people. Like, that's what I'm thinking it could possibly get to.
But that's where the problem lies, because when you meet someone online, you just got a voice and you got this
you shouldn't just have a voice.
This AI person, because a lot of them, see, this is what a lot of them doing. They're not putting their actual pictures up. They're putting a meme or some type of emoji kind of person for their embodiment, avatar. And the avatar is not an accurate depiction of them. And then they meet that person in person, and you know, they expect them the avatar because like it's all they've been seeing. Right. Then they see, 500-pound Judy. You know what I'm saying? You just like, I was in love with you until I saw you for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't expect this. Your avatar was, 125.
Right.
So I
if I had to guess a weight for a cartoon, you know what I'm saying?
I just feel like eventually we'll see or what happens.
I watched Joe. My bad. I ain't go ahead.
Go ahead.
I watched Joe Rogan, and he was talking about that. Like the people that are the most comfortable and avoid discomfort as much as possible are the most depressed people he know. And we know somebody that we dealt with that avoids conflict. Well, not conflict, but avoids anything uncomfortable as possible. And they the most emotional person we know. And unstable is like, so that level of not going to the gym, not working out, always choosing an easier way. It's like, and between us, like hypothetically, I swear to God on everything I love, I know for a fact, if we all sat in the house for a month when I didn't have to work, everything was paid, we would feel some type of way, like, yo, I gotta do something.
I don't even think we would sit in the house for a month.
I'm saying we couldn't. That's my point.
You couldn't,
I don't think none of us could.
I could barely take 2 or 3 days. I mean, I could barely take a day or so.
Right.
Like when
my off days, I be feeling bad.
Yeah, look.
Like, why do I feel bad? I'm not working my off day.
When I'm off, I just be walking around the house, just walk back and forth, and Linda be like, "What you doing? What? Sit down."
But see, okay,
I'm like, yo, I'm trying to find something to do.
But I got a question: is that a bad thing? Because to be honest with you, as much as we work and as much as we do, I don't think we're meant to do that.
Do what though?
Yeah, exactly.
To work as much and have all the burden, like
I'm gonna go first.
You paying bills. Like this is not, honestly, I don't feel like the way it's supposed to be. If someone capitalizing off of us, they're like, all their time is, I'm not gonna say all, but all their time is leisure time. And most of our time is working. We can have leisure 24 hours out of the week, or you can have a vacation once or twice a year. But then you got somebody like their whole damn near their whole year is leisure time, because they just racking up the money to do whatever they want to. Because when you say, I don't want to just sit at home and do nothing, but I guarantee you, if you have a month that you can travel and go see other countries, see other places, try different foods, try new activities, you would be perfectly fine with it. Now, sitting in the house, yes, that's going to be depressing, because you can only do the same thing. And the only reason why you go to work, you don't want to work.
Right.
You work because you got to pay for shit. That's how I look at it. So I feel like all that we do, as much as we work, we're not meant to be this way. And after this, I'm gonna let y'all speak, because I remember when I was trying to do music, and I remember at IKEA, this is where me and Akira met, and I got fired because I was late too many times. Now the last time I was late, they didn't even know I was on the schedule. But I remember, like I said, the time I was trying to write music, and one of my verses or one of my lines said, I got fired from my day job because I was tired from my night job. And I said, now to come to think about it, I was 18, I shouldn't have had to work that hard. Like, I don't feel like we should work as hard as we do. I don't feel like all of our time should be dedicated to working.
All right, so what you're saying is correct. And I'm just clean it up a little bit or make it a little bit more specific. As far as working for somebody else on somebody else's goal or plan, as Rob always say, if you don't have a plan for yourself, somebody gonna make you a part of theirs, right?
Somebody gonna make a plan for you.
So what you're saying is correct. We shouldn't have to work for somebody else as much as we do, or working for somebody else's plan or goal. A lot of times we fall in that place because we weren't as prepared or equipped as our predecessors, or people that got these employment jobs, people that was raised with money, people that was raised with opportunities, or people that's a little bit, like, honestly, the stock market has been around since forever. I learned about the stock market when I was 30. Like, even dividends and investing in and things of that nature, I never even heard of it until I turned 30. Nobody around me was talking about it. And that's just a small example of people that are put in a position way before we even know what's going on. So what you're saying is correct. And we do have to get better at developing our own and getting into a place where we don't have to work for nobody as much as we are. But that goes in line with finding our purpose. Because, like, me personally, working for somebody and doing what we're doing now, or working, or me being creative, like, I could have $1 million and be straight. But if I'm not creating on some level, I'm still gonna feel depressed. I'm still gonna feel like I'm lost, or I still feel like I'm not doing enough, or trying to improve myself. That's another way why I look at it as quote unquote working. So as a man, I feel like we always have to put in that work, but it's just a matter of what we put that work into in any way, shape, or form. Because if money wasn't around, I guarantee you, both of y'all would be working on improving yourself in some kind of way. It's just that the money is so important at this current time for us. That's where all of our energy and time goes, into the financial aspect of it, because the position you've been put in with your job, like, it's not common. So you got to take advantage of this opportunity to get ahead financially. And a lot of times with yours, you already know where we at. It takes a lot of time to get ahead and to stay ahead. And a lot of times we'll feel some sort of guilt if we do start falling behind. And currently I'm behind on a lot of stuff, and it fucks with me on a day-to-day. But I know I got to get to a right state of mind with everything that I'm doing, or everything is going to fall apart. Because once I fall apart, everything that I'm holding up is going to crumble. And people will look at that and look at it like, well, it doesn't matter. There's no excuse. You need to do this. You need to do that. But sometimes you got to take a step back to get shit together, to get things in order, so where you can continuously maintain. So I agree with you. And I just have a different perspective on it. But Rob, you could go.
Okay. This is my take on it. When you're at the bottom, you can always look at the top and think what you want to think. You know, you can say that they have a lot of leisure time. Maybe for the women at the top, maybe, you know, that's benefiting from a man that's at the top. But any man that I've ever seen at the top probably worked harder than anybody at the bottom. Like we work we work a 9 to 5. They work a 24 hour. I said, when any millionaire, you know, and when they go on vacation, they family enjoying the vacation. You know what the millionaire doing? He taking phone calls. He on his computer. He taking business calls. He at business meetings. Everything is always work with them. The thing about it is, because when we don't have money like that, we tend to work jobs that aren't pleasing to us. You know, and it's hard to be comfortable and get comfortable with jobs that and pretty much what you were saying, to get comfortable with jobs that aren't pleasing to us, or not even aligned with our purpose. You know, I feel like a lot of people at the top are more aligned with their purpose, because even if they do have a lot of leisure time, what do they allot that leisure time to? Charities. They creating. They're doing things that they like to do to actually help better society. We don't highlight that a lot of the time. We just see them making money and think it's this right here. Nah, the lap of luxury lifestyle is all based on pretty much what women want. You know what I'm saying? That's what it takes to take women, to get women. A lot of men really only go to the top so they can attract, you know what I'm saying, that. And but far as like when it comes down to their work ethic and everything like that, that's whether they have a woman or not. You think about it. Which one? Bill Gates got a wife left, and she got a bunch of bills and everything like that. You know, he didn't care.
Bezos' wife.
Bezos, yeah. Yeah, Bezos' wife, he didn't care. He kept on pushing.
They said he got that money back in like a year or something.
There you go. You know why? Because he's always working. He's always Elon Musk. He's another one. Like he doesn't care about, like, you know what I'm saying? Look, he just worked for the government for free just to try to correct some, you know, just to give him something to do, you know. So so when you're at the top, you know, I think we have to find our purpose, and then once we get on that path of what our purpose is, and I think we'll start finding more happiness when in the things that we do, you know.
Let me say one thing real quick. Me and Rob know multiple millionaires that bust their ass all the time, personally, personal relationships with them. But we don't know no billionaires, so we don't know what them niggas be doing.
No, but you see the work they doing.
You know what I mean? It's like on their leisure time. They probably have more than a millionaire.
Well, from this,
because the millionaires, you know, they not too far from being regular again.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and what I mean by that is when you are operating $1 million businesses, your overhead sometimes be crazy.
Yeah,
or your insurances, or the responsibility, or the employees, or the insurances. There's so many different things that the millionaires we know deal with, where it's a constant, like, I have to maintain being the millionaire.
That's
versus
another
just
thing people
there.
got to understand too. Everyone I want $1 million, but to maintain being a millionaire, man, come on, man. Like, y'all understand, you can't just stop because you got $1 million. Like, you actually got to work to maintain that lifestyle.
Right.
And that's what people don't understand. That's the whole. That's what Cardi B was complaining about like a year ago. She was just like you're not making the records. The money catching up with you. You like, y'all done bought this big behind house, and you talking about it's $20,000 a month to maintain the yard. The light bill is some $10,000 a month. Like, y'all gotta understand, like, y'all want these lavish lifestyles and stuff, but y'all don't understand what it takes to actually keep them lifestyles. You see celebrities going broke all the time. Most celebrities are probably broker than us.
Paycheck to paycheck. Jadakiss and Fat Joe podcast, they just talked about that.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
See, like, with me, when I say that, like, when I say, like, the way we work and the way we move, I'm talking about almost to the bare basics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like we're supposed to communicate with as many people as we communicate with.
What you mean?
I agree.
Like, social media, how much, like, honestly, I feel like
I agree with that.
I'm talking about the bare minimum. Like, when I say a lot of stuff that we have and do, I don't feel like we're supposed to. We weren't meant for that.
We should have a village mentality.
Because all this came from because, hey, we want to do this, and somebody, like, all right, like you said, a village mentality. This village need this village need that. Somebody realized, hey, villages everywhere need this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a system to get it to every village, or the most villages, and it's going to be my company. But at the same time, I feel like, of course we love cars, but like I said, I don't think it was meant to be like, hey, everybody's supposed to have a car. Right. Everybody's supposed to be working. Everybody is supposed to have this, that. I'm talking about almost the bare minimum. Like, I don't feel like it was meant to be this. Right. So that's why I look at that. But I don't know if we're about to finish now, but this is a question for everybody that's watching. What do you think the pros and cons of AI? What do you like about it, and what don't you like about it? Leave that in the comments. Let us know.